Pie charts are kind of easy. So this is asking us which day of the week had the slowest day for bandwidth. So that would be your smallest slice, and it has to be Sunday. It wouldn't even fit in that little slice there. So Sunday is the right answer. But this is the important part. There's only one variable here. It's called day of the week. That's the name of the variable, but it has 7 what we call levels. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc., etc. Each day of the week is a level of the categorical variable that we call day of the week. Let me repeat that. This is only one variable, even though it has 7 days to it. Keep that in mind. So just remember, a subgroup of a categorical variable we refer to as a level. That'll make your life easier. We're into the measures of central tendency. That's just a big name for the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you some cool tricks in Excel. Highlight just the numbers. You'll notice the word and is in there. We'll worry about that when we get there. All right, copy them. Open up a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, a fresh one, and then put it in A1 and then paste. You'll notice that all these numbers are in the same cell, right? But I know a trick. We're going to use magic. We're going to put them into their own columns, and then we're going to change them into rows. So to do that, we're going to go to the Data tab up here. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Data tab. Boom. And then you're going to go to Text to Columns. And it's going to say, how do you want to split these up? We want them delimited. That means they're separated by something. And we're going to pick the comma. And this is what it's going to look like, except for that last one. Let's click OK, finish. Now let's scroll over to the far right because it had that word and in there. We got to get rid of the word and because text just kind of confuses Excel. So just type in 100. Boom. Now you got a nice row of all the data. Problem is, I don't like rows. I like columns. So let me show you this trick. You simply highlight all the data as a row. Row, row, row your boat. Copy. Pick a cell, any cell. And then right click. Oh, let's get it down here so you can see it. Pick a cell, any cell, right. I'll come on you. I'm going to move the box here. Pick a cell, any cell. There we go. We're going to do the transpose, right? That's the right angle. Boom. So now, all of a sudden, we have a column. I like columns. You could do it in rows if you want. Be like that, but I just do them in columns. Okay, so this is what they want. They want the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, first quartile, third quartile, and the 5-number summary. We'll do that when we get there. So you know how to calculate the mean. You would add them all up and divide by, how many are there? 41, right? So, but we're going to use Excelio. So click a cell, empty cell. I just put it next to what it is. I don't like empty cells. I don't want cells floating around with numbers in them and I don't remember what they are. So just click that cell. Go to that little f of x. That's your function bar. And we're going to pick average. That means mean in Excel. Click OK. Never go by these numbers. They're rarely right. So instead of that, make sure your cursor's in here and it's all highlighted and stuff. You're going to click and drag to capture the number set. That's the numbers that you want the average of. Click OK. Oh, look at that. 67. It wants 2 place values. We'll give them 2 place values. See these little zeros up here? 2 place values. Boom. Median. Median. Same thing. We'll go to function. And median. There it is. So this value. Now I'm gonna show you a shortcut. So instead of clicking and dragging, you can simply type cell A1 colon, and then whatever the last one was. What was it? A41. When you do this a lot, it's just faster. So there's the median 2. Mode. Now mode is you can have if you have more than one mode, it's called multimodal and Excel will do it for you, but we just want mode. We're just going to get a single mode. as in a la mode. And again, I'm just going to type in A1 colon A41 instead of clicking and dragging because I'm getting lazy at my old age. There's the mode. In other words, more hundreds. Yeah, so there's 300s. There's a bunch of other that got 2, but hundreds was the high one, right? So standard deviation. So we go down here to St. Dev. Now, if it ends with a P, it means a population. If it ends with an S, it's a sample. We always use the S's, okay? I'll say that again. Always pick the S's because we're always dealing with samples. We never get real populations. All right, we click OK. Same thing, A1 colon A41. That is our data range. There's the standard deviation. They want 2 place values. We go down to 2, boom, boom, quartile 1. So quartile is like a median. It's the data, it's a data in your data set where a fourth of the data is less than that number and 3/4 of the data is greater than that number. So the quartile 3, just the opposite. It's that one measurement in your data set where a fourth of the data is greater than that number and 3/4 of the data is less than that number. So again, it's like the median. All right, we just pick a cell. We go here, and we go down to quartile. And it starts with a Q. There it is right there. And we always want inclusive. That means it includes the first and last number. Click OK. The array, again, is cell A1 colon to A41. And quartile, which we want the first one, quartile 1. Bam. So there's your first quartile. Now, here's the beauty about this. Now we want the third quartile. Simply click that cell. You see the formula up here? We're going to copy that. Oops. Hold on a second. We're going to copy that bad boy and put it in that cell. And whenever we move anything on Excel, it always bounces it down 1. It's some kind of intuitive thing that isn't right, but we fix it. So we change the domain from A1 to A41 again. But this one we changed it to first to third. Bam. So those are your answers for those. Let's take a look at them. And right, 67 is the mean. Roger. 72 is the median. It's correcto. The mode is 100. Correcto. And, oh, we forgot to get the variance, so we'll get the variance. As you know, I could just square this standard deviation to get the variance, but we'll just let Excel do it. F of X, go to V, and remember we stick to the S's. Anything that ends with an S means sample. We're going to go ahead and do that. And see, where did it get those numbers? Who the heck knows? So again, we're just going to type in A1 is the first cell, A41 is the last cell, and it's going to give us the variance. It could be a big number. So remember, the variance is the spread of the data away from the mean. Away from the mean. It varies from the mean. So there's your answer, but they want 2 place values. So there, let's see if that's the right one. Yep, that is. Okay, that's it. And the standard deviation is this. Let's make sure that's the right one. 2532. Let's get this stuff. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. Right, standard deviation. Sweeping the nation. Yep, that's right. So 5-number summary works like this. Your first number is the minimum. That's the lowest number in your data set. Second number is quartile 1, which we calculated. Third number is the median, which is also quartile 2. In other words, half the data is above it, half the data is below it. Third number is quartile 3, and the last number is the maximum. So it looks like this is the right one, right? 60 quartile 1, 85 quartile 2. Or I'm sorry, quartile 3. Yeah, that looks like the right one. The rest of these are not it. Okay. So the only reason we put together the 5-number summary is to create a box plot. Boxplot shows you the distribution of your data. So since we know the median is 72, and your quartile 1 is 60, and your quartile 3 is 85, we're going to see which of the pictures down there fits that, right? So 72 is the median, 60 is quartile 1, 85 is quartile 3. Now, on all these box plots, they could go up or down, they could go horizontal like this, it doesn't matter. But these lines, right? So this line right here, that's the quartile, that's the minimum. The one on the end, right, the vertical line, that's the maximum. And then you'll notice that in this box, that first line on the left-hand side of that little rectangle, that value is the Q1 value, right, the quartile 1. The line inside the box, that's the median. And then the closing line, vertical line, on the right-hand side of this rectangle is quartile 3. So you got 1 is the minimum, second one is the quartile 1, third one is the median, fourth one is quartile 3, and the last one is the maximum. So again, we got 60 for quartile 1, 72 for the median, 85 for the Q3. That's the ones we got to look at. So we know it's not that one. We know it's not that one. Could be that one, right? Or we know it's not this one, D, right? That's not 50. So it's either E or B. And we could kind of look at this. I'm going to vote for, you know what? No voting. I'm going to show you another trick in Excel. We could highlight the data. Let's get it so you can see it, right? Hold on. I could highlight the data. And through the magic of Excel, I could go to Insert. And it wants, I want a chart, right? Boom. So I don't see a box plot there, but I can go to All Charts. And I could go down here to Boxplot. They call it Box and Whisker. And that's it. Believe it or not, that's the same thing. So, did it insert it? Insert it. Bam. Now, if we rotated that bad boy, it would look like one of those. Okay, so again, Q1 is at 60, Q3 is at 85, I guess, and the median's right there in the middle, and I can't see the line, but I know it's 72. So I'm going to say that it's this one. Number B. It's this guy, right? Boom. And it's not normal. You'll notice that it's not symmetrical at all, so it's not normal. But that looks like the right answer. Okay. Next question. Now that you know how a box plot works, we're going to answer the question. So this box plot represents 400 people. 400 people. According to the box plot, how many of the people earn between $29,000 and $5,000? All right, so let's see where 29,000 is. See that 29,000? That is the bottom of this rectangle. So that makes it quartile 1. And then 31.5, that looks like the top of the box. So that is the third quartile. Now, the number of people in that box, that represents 50% of your data, right? I'll say that again. Between the first quartile and the third quartile is 50% of your data. So half of our people earn in this range. Half of them earn between this range because, again, Q1 is 29,000 and Q3 is 31.5,000. And then so half of 400 is 200. But they don't want that. They want what the percentage was, which was this one, 50%. That's the answer. Let's finish out these box plots. Next one. Which statement is true? Okay, again, it's not normal. If it was normal, it would be symmetrical. This is not symmetrical. The median is around 50. Nope. Median is around 15, according to this one. It's skewed to the left. Now, if this was a rat, if you were looking at the shadow of a rat or a silhouette of a rat, the direction of the tail is the direction of the skew. So I'm seeing this part on the right here would be the rat's tail. So this is actually skewed to the right, not to the left. This is skewed to the right. half of the data is greater than 15. And if that's the median, then that's true, right? The median splits the data in half. So this is the right answer. And I know that it's not symmetrical. And that's a good stopping spot for this video. Okay, thank you. Keep studying.